A group of women in Sioux City are coming together to make dignity kits for women in South Africa. KTIV's Taylor Deckert shares more about the mission and how they're putting their sewing machines to good use.
A group of women from 5 different churches come together on the second Monday of the month to sew feminine hygiene dignity kits. These are for young women in South Africa, giving the girls protection so they can attend school.
When they have their period, they are not allowed to be out in society. They are isolated at home. A lot of them need to sit on cardboard. They miss a full year of school because of missing 1 week a month.
Each kit is handmade, starting as a scrap of fabric made into kits with several pieces of bases and inserts.
I think it's wonderful. My first reaction was, well, why can't we just send them product? Well, they don't have any way to dispose it. There's no garbage pickup and the animals will get to it.
After they fill up a tote, the products go to Blessman International headquarters in Des Moines, where missionaries then take them on missions trips. They started this just over a year ago as churches were looking for a new missions project to work on.
About 3 of us all at once going, that's a project we can do.
There's a job for everyone wanting to get hands-on. It's a several-step process where many hands make light work.
Cut and trim and ironing. And you don't have to be sewers.
Each meeting, they try to knock out 15 to 20 in a session. Each kit is intended to last a young woman 3 years, so they're putting forth their best work each month.
We need to sew like it's looking for blue ribbons at the state fair.
In Sioux City, Taylor Deckert, KTIV News 4.
Any community members can join that group. The next meeting is Monday, May 12th from 9 a.m. to 3 p.m. at St. James Global Methodist Church. That's at 2032 South Cypress Street in Sioux City. You can learn more about the group and how to get in contact by checking out this story at ktiv.com.